Oh, I'm a glutton for punishment.
So Joe Biden gave the most threatening presidential speech in American history last week.
Oh shit! Just right out the gate, that's a bar. That man said no punchlines. He said, hold up. I'm not gonna use no punchlines. I'm gonna get straight to the point. You say one thing I don't like tonight, and you ain't getting.
Week he spoke in front of a blood red backdrop, flanked by U.S. Marines, and he delivered, if you take a step back, the blueprint for the rest of his administration.
This was today. This man literally. I don't know how that happened. That's scary. Oh, that's a little scary. Maybe it was leaning on something. Okay, anyway. This man quite literally just repeated shit he read off Twitter.
Criminalize dissent, effectively ban the opposition, and use the federal agencies to transform America into a one-party state. It's called authoritarianism.
That's just a lie. What's happening now? Is this all you got? Is there's nothing to debate? You're just a joke. People still watching this? Oh, shit. You know what? There we go. Perfect segue. There's no segue that was any. Oh, we back. We back, baby. We on a train of thought. We back. Get it back in here. Get everybody back in here. Train it. Here we go. This thread is the perfect this is the perfect way to announce this. What happened to CNN? I worked there for 18 years. This is what happened. Everyone wants to know why CNN is shifting. Let me explain why. What Fox News gets that MSNBC and CNN don't get. Each quarter, the cable operators release their subscriber base. For 7 consecutive years, the cable operators have seen subscriber declines for 84 months. It's called in the TV biz cord cutters. 97% of the cord cutters are under the age of 50. The majority of what is left watching cable, like we have known, are very old people. Very, very old people. As demographics for TV rapidly has changed to a very old age group, the networks remaining with any traction, ESPN, Newsnets, etc., have to appeal to who is sitting on their couch watching news 24/7. Again, they are very, very old people relative to the U.S. population. In the ratings war, the scorecard is usually based on age 18 to 49 demographic, as we know from AEW and the Demo God. But not for news. No one buys news networks going after 18 to 49. No one. All advertisers on these nets buy them for age 50 plus. MSNBC went left, Fox News went right, CNN tried to play the middle. Oh, there we go. CNN tried to play the middle. The problem with CNN was that they built a powerhouse in the 90s. We printed money, cash, hand over fist. Then MSNBC and Fox News came along. The race was on. MSNBC went velvet rope, Fox News went diner, CNN got caught in no man's land. But the money kept coming in. Then technology changed the game. CNN.com became the de facto news source for America for a good 10 years. Bernard Shaw hiding under the desk when Baghdad got bombed. Aaron Brown broadcasting for 20 hours straight during 9/11. We loved the accolades. We sold on it. But what we didn't do was take a look at what was happening. The viewership started to splinter to MSNBC because some folks wanted a left bent, but a lot went to Fox News. In fact, between 2008 and 2016, CNN lost 60% of its 50-plus audience. Fox News saw a 70% increase in the same demo during the same period, mostly men. Fox News gave the audience what they want, an aggrieved white man perspective, while we chased the next shiny object. Not arguing Fox News is right, absolutely not. They're evil to the core. Fish where the fish are. Fish where the fish are. In 2010, the team at CNN got the Fox News strategy for sales, and that was the strategy. They got ours too, and MSNBC happens all the time. Some of us said, oh, they're right. The audience is no longer 18 to 49. Others laughed and mocked it. Trump came and CNN started to make a shitload of money again by being the counter to Fox News, but it was based on perception, not reality. No one was still watching. Why? While the rest of America is out there cutting the cord, Fox News doubled down on old people and won. CNN saw that CNN Plus will not bring in new audiences. What 65-year-old is going to download and subscribe to a news streaming service with a basketball star, Rex Chapman? No offense, Rex, and I love you, but the 65-year-old living in the villages is not your fam. News networks are not here to defend democracy. There's only one goal and one goal only: higher CPMs. CPM is the currency used in the TV to reflect the value of the programming. The higher the CPM, the higher the margin on that commercial being sold. The most valuable programming on TV is the championship game of the NCAA March Madness tournament. Super Bowl gets higher ratings, but the value ratio between CPM and audience is significantly much larger for March Madness championship game versus Super Bowl. You pay $4 to $5 million for a Super Bowl ad, but you get 100 million people watching. You pay $1 million for a March Madness spot, but only get at the most these days 15 million people watching. See the ratio premium difference? It's the same with Fox News versus CNN versus MSNBC. The ratio for Fox News to CPMs are much higher relative to their audience they attract, which means their margins are higher, which also means the value to which they are selling to is more profitable. Chris Litch was given one edict: raise CPMs. That's it. That's all he has to do. And he believes this is how. P.S. People want to know what CPM stands for. Cost per thousand. In Latin, thousand starts with an M. I've been in the biz for 30 plus years. It makes zero sense to me why the C and P are listed in English, but the M is Latin. It makes as much sense as electing Trump president. Okay, people want more. Why did CNN remove field reporters from war zones and subcontract coverage to local affiliates? The market cap was saturated. News networks, and us at CNN, saw only single digit increases once we all reached the threshold of being in 70 million homes. Jesus, what? Then the game changed in 2010 with Citizens United. We were all killing it before the Citizens United ruling, but that ruling opened up the floodgates exponentially. Every 2 years, $1 billion would pour into the networks during election cycles. It changed how we did business. News networks make more money during the 3 months leading up to midterms than they do all year. Imagine candy manufacturers during October leading up to Halloween. Now multiply that by 10. At a presidential year, forget about it. Cha-ching! What made PACs campaigns spend money? Was it the coverage in war zones? No way. We saw once we put people like Santorum on the air, liberal groups would pour money into our pockets. But liberal groups took a decade to understand Citizen United. Not the people down the street on 6th Avenue. They knew. Combined with a black president, my God, they took us all to the cleaners. For every general market dollar Fox News made, they made $2 on every political campaign. They doubled the revenue versus regular advertisers. MSNBC didn't care. They packaged MSNBC with NBC and then eventually the cable networks like USA and Bravo. MSNBC was just a line item for an advertisers they had to buy. You want a spot in Sunday Night Football on NBC? You had to spend on MSNBC to get it. That's how this works. I know for a fact because I was in the room when we told talent on CNN not to lean in on Citizen United. In retrospect, I stayed 5 years too long because I'm disgusted of what happened to the company Ted built. Ted was fucking crazy with a capital C. But when the AOL Time Warner merger happened, he lost all control and the separation between church and state was obliterated. It was Ted that kept business and content apart from each other. This is the singular reason why no one in news talks about Citizen United. We made a decision in 2012 when $770 million was poured into news by CPACs. After that, we told the anchors to stop talking about it. Don't know why I wrote CPACs, cringe, just PACs. Close your eyes and imagine CNN, MSNBC, Fox News without PAC spending. You can't. They can't. If they lived in a world where PACs couldn't spend money at will, they'd all be out of jobs. Simple as that. They'll never want it gone. I've seen the books. The business would shut down. The biggest hypocritical media story of the 2020 election was the cable network shaming the social media giants not to accept political ads leading up to the election while they ran Trump, Biden, and Citizen United protected ads up to midnight on election night. It was the greatest sales job ever. Do you understand that these campaigns must spend the money by election night or they'll get in big trouble? So shit, tech is eating our lunch. Let's shame them to stop taking the money, thus they have to come to us. Brilliant if you ask me. A few have not understood the dynamic of the CPM and why it's the only value that counts. Best way to understand our business is to compare to something more tangible. This is how it was presented to me in 1993 when I entered the business with Turner Broadcasting. Imagine the network is an airplane. The airplane is taking off no matter what at 10 a.m. Regardless if there's one person or 200 people, the plane is taking off. Each seat on the plane represents a 30-second commercial. Our job is to make sure $100 worth of seats is sold. It doesn't matter how many we sell and at what price, but if you want to keep your job, $100 worth of seats has to be sold on that flight. One more thing, you have to guarantee that every single item that they get on that plane with, they get off the plane with. Does an airplane want to sell 2 times the tickets? I did this last night when I read it too. Does an airplane want to sell 2 tickets at $50 or 50 tickets at $2? Remember, the plane is taking off no matter what. Once the plane leaves, the unsold seats become irrelevant. Now all you have to do is guarantee everything arrives and delivers. The CPS, cost per seat, is $50 versus $2 for a plane taking off regardless. The risk management decision of delivering 2 people with 100% of their items to their destination versus 50 people reduces the liability by the airline, thus increasing the value of each seat sold. With PAX, guess what? There's no guarantee provided by the airline's networks to get their message to their destination. That equals no liability. If the spot is seen by 1 person or 100, who cares? With POX, unlike product advertisers, we don't owe them any delivery. It's just cash for us. It's the same with networks. A spot is going to run at 10 a.m. no matter what. Our job is to sell that spot, not at the highest price, but at the highest price with the least amount of liability exposed to the network. The higher the CPM, the less liability we carry on the books. So profits over people, democracy and truth be damned. That's a lot of words for ratings before democracy. You've just made the best case possible for why the FTC should break up media conglomerates and make all news not for profit. Media corporations, as you say, don't care about democracy. However, journalists do, and we need more press and less infotainment marketers. Case in point, there's a lot of allegories to what we could connect this news to. But the most important thing that we remember is Tucker Carlson sucks, bro. The paradigm shift. Mare. See you in the next one.